Roach, but when you look at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at these other fighters that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach are set to square off on March 1st, 2025 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York for the WBA lightweight title. As the fight draws closer, the boxing world is ablaze with debates. Is this a career-defining opportunity for Lamont Roach, or is he biting off more than he can chew? While Roach's confidence has fueled plenty of headlines, the general consensus among experts, promoters, and boxing legends is that Roach is walking straight into a storm that few can survive. Let's set the stage. Tank Davis, one of the most dominant and explosive fighters in the lightweight division, is in the prime of his career. Known for his knockout power and incredible ring IQ, Davis has become a fan favorite for delivering electrifying finishes. Comparisons to legends like a young Mike Tyson and pretty boy Floyd Mayweather have followed him for years, and for good reason. Whenever Tank steps into the ring, it's must-watch TV. On the other hand, Lamont Roach is a talented and gritty fighter with solid fundamentals, but his name lacks the star power and familiarity that comes with opponents like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson fighters fans believe Davis should be facing instead. From Eddie Hearn to Floyd Mayweather, the voices weighing in on this matchup are as prominent as they are opinionated. Mayweather, who once trained Davis, has been vocal about Tank's current form, emphasizing that his power, confidence, and experience are at an all-time high. In Mayweather's words, one mistake from Roach could spell disaster. Tank is not just a power puncher anymore, he's added layers to his game, improving his defense, patience, and ability to set traps in the ring. Lamont Roach has guts to take this fight, Mayweather said, but right now Tank is dangerous, and you don't want to be in there making mistakes. Eddie Hearn, another influential voice in boxing, echoed similar sentiments. While Hearn admitted that Lamont Roach is a skilled fighter, he doesn't believe Roach is prepared for what Tank brings to the table. Hearn addressed the elephant in the room. This fight lacks the blockbuster appeal that fans want from a Tank Davis matchup. It's not a terrible fight, Hearn said. Lamont Roach can fight, but let's be honest, he's not the fight fans were hoping for. They want to see Tank against Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or another big name. The criticism doesn't stop there. Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, has been blunt about his thoughts on the fight. Haney believes that Roach's chances of pulling off an upset are slim to none, and sees this as a missed opportunity for Tank to face a bigger name. "Who is Lamont Roach?" Haney quipped during an interview. "Tank is a beast, no doubt about it. But if he wants to prove he's the best, he needs to fight the best. Devin has always wanted that fight, and we've always fancied our chances." Meanwhile, Tank Davis's camp, led by longtime trainer Calvin Ford, has a different perspective. Ford has been in Tank's corner for years and knows the ins and outs of his game. He's seen Tank evolve from a raw knockout artist into a complete fighter, capable of dominating opponents with a blend of power, speed, and technical prowess. Ford acknowledged that Lamont Roach is a talented fighter, but dismissed the idea that Roach is ready for Tank. "Lamont's a good fighter, no question," Ford said, "but Tank's on another level. He's more dangerous now than he's ever been. Roach will have to fight a perfect fight, and I don't see that happening. It's not just Tank's team warning Roach, it's the wider boxing community." Joe Rogan, who has spent years analyzing combat sports, also weighed in on the matchup, emphasizing Tank's ability to overwhelm opponents with his relentless pressure and knockout power. "Gervonta Davis is a killer in that ring," Rogan said. "He's like a loaded gun. The way he's been knocking people out lately, I don't know how you avoid it. Roach's best chance is to stay on the outside and keep his distance, but Tank knows how to cut off the ring. If he gets to you, it's lights out." So why is Lamont Roach taking this fight? For Roach, this is about opportunity. It's a chance to shock the world, to prove his doubters wrong, and to secure his place in boxing history. Roach has been vocal about his confidence, insisting that he's ready for the challenge and has the skills to outbox Tank. He's made it clear that he's not intimidated by Davis's reputation, but rather sees this as the kind of fight that could change his career forever. "I'm the total package," Roach said in a recent interview. "I know what Tank brings to the table, but I'm a competitor and I believe in myself." However, confidence alone doesn't win fights, and that's where the concerns come in. Gervonta Davis is not just a dangerous puncher, he's one of the smartest fighters in the sport. He's patient, calculating, and always looking for the right moment to pounce. It's this combination of intelligence and raw power that makes him such a nightmare for his opponents. Roach will need to fight a near-perfect fight to survive Tank's onslaught, and even then, one mistake could cost him everything. Adding even more intrigue to the fight is the recent news of Tank Davis's retirement plans. Davis has made it clear that 2025 will be his final year in the sport, and he intends to leave the ring on his own terms. For Tank, this isn't just another fight. It's part of his farewell tour, and he's determined to make every moment count. "I ain't trying to be in this too much longer," Tank said. "Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone. I want to spend time with my family, help people coming up behind me, and enjoy life." That's what this is all about. Tank's retirement announcement has added another layer of motivation to his performance. If this is truly the beginning of the end, he wants to make sure his legacy is secure. That means delivering dominant performances, proving he's the best in the world, and leaving no doubts behind. For Lamont Roach, that's a terrifying prospect. A motivated, focused Gervonta Davis is perhaps the most dangerous version of Tank we've ever seen. While Roach is undoubtedly talented, the challenge ahead of him is monumental. Tank's explosiveness, combined with his ability to adapt and adjust mid-fight, makes him one of the most unpredictable fighters in the sport. Roach will need to rely on his movement, timing, and defensive skills to stay out of trouble, but even that might not be enough. As Joe Rogan put it, if Tank gets to you, there's no way out. The trash talk between the two fighters has only added to the drama. From pre-fight press conferences to social media jabs, both men have been trying to get into each other's heads. Roach has made it clear that he's not intimidated, while Tank has fired back with promises to test his chin and show the world who's boss. This back and forth has fueled the hype surrounding the fight, but it's also highlighted just how much is at stake. For Roach, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. For Tank, it's about cementing his legacy and riding off into the sunset on top. At the end of the day, the outcome of this fight will come down to whether Lamont Roach can handle the relentless pressure and devastating power of Gervonta Davis. Roach has the heart and the skills to make it interesting, but Tank's ability to end fights in an instant is what makes him such a dangerous opponent. With his retirement looming, Tank is fighting like a man with something to prove, and that's bad news for anyone standing in his way. So, is Lamont Roach making the biggest mistake of his career, or is he about to shock the world? The odds are certainly stacked against him, but in boxing, anything is possible. One punch, one moment, and the entire narrative can change. But as it stands now, the boxing world agrees. Tank Davis is on another level, and Lamont Roach is stepping into a storm he might not be ready for.